Hello everyone, welcome back to SREEDHAR'S CCE. Let us go through the SBI PO mains paper, practice test, practice exercise, starting with the first section, which is word swap. Okay, so hope you guys are already on the track of preparing for the mains. So let us go to the first section. There are 5 questions here, and each question carries 2 marks, which are quite easy. If at all you get this type of section anytime, don't leave them at all because that is word swap, which is very familiar. Now look at the first one. There are 2 sentences given, Roman number 1 and 2. So double pair combinations are given in the options 2. So if you pick even one pair, you can get the answer. Look at this. When the installed was, what is given here? When the installed was, the which is article and was which is a helping verb, and we need a noun here. Installed cannot be noun. What is another alternative we have? Completed was not possible. Another one is what? Building. So that is the only noun that we can use. When the building was first completed, that is possible. Pneumatic tubes. Pneumatic is nothing but it is like aerodynamic pipes basically used for the installation. These tubes and telephones were installed. Tubes and telephones were installed. So when the building was first completed, pneumatic tubes and telephones were installed. That is possible, right? So the first one should be started with C, followed by B, and followed by A. That comes with CBA. Where is CBA? There is only one option, CBA, that comes with the second one. Let us decide the answer. If at all, see, the words are quite easy, so we can directly find out the answer. Sometimes the words may not be as easy as you thought they would be. So what you need to do is cross check the second one, the second pair also, to confirm your answer, just to confirm your answer. If you feel like you don't have time, don't touch the second one unless and until the pairs, if any other option carries the same pair like CBA. So it is NLM. Let us check that. On the, what is the first one? N. On the trading floor, and the other L is needed on the other parts of the building. To continuation, what do we need there? Facilitate communications. Okay, now look at this. When the building was first completed, pneumatic tubes and telephones were installed on the trading floor and other parts of the building to facilitate communication. So the second sentence is the continuation of the first one only. So it is a continuation, but it is given with the separate word swap combination, using it as the Roman number 2. That is possible. So answer can be used only with the second one, right? Next, 122. Okay, I need to shorten it because the fifth option is out of the screen. Yeah, I hope you see this. Fine. Look at the sentence. Florence Billard gave her a French star with. French star with is not possible. B cannot be used in a position. French medal with a bronze star. That is possible, right? Her French medal with a bronze star. That is a possibility. To the Sisters of Saint Mary's. So let us check the combination of A, C, and B. Okay. So those who are watching, just give the responses. Okay. Those who are watching, give the responses. A, C, B. Can we go with the first one or not? That is a point. Let us finalize with L and M. L is believing. N is heroic. Another one is teachings. Let us find out the pair combination here. Believing that her heroic deeds were a reflection of their teachings. Possible. So answer should be used with the first one. Next, 123. Look at the sentence. Machine learning is a type of artificial intelligence. It is a type of artificial intelligence. What are the alternatives we have? Is A analyze not possible? Is A enables not possible? A which is used only with the consonant sounds. So A should be in its position. That means answer should be either third one or the fourth one, right? Now in continuation, machine learning is a type of artificial intelligence that enables or that analyze. Look at this. That refers to intelligence which is singular. Singular means it should be followed by V5, not analyze. That should be enables V5. So that means AB. So answer should be most probably third one. Let us check with N, M, and L. What is this? That enables computer systems to classify, cluster, identify, and analyze. Continuation. Analyze what? Vast and in continuation, vast and complex sets of data while eliminating the need for explicit instructions and programming. Absolutely correct. So answer should be only used only with the third one. Right. Next 124. In addition to, if at all you need verb, the verb should be ing, or you can directly use the noun. Two alternatives. Okay. In addition to should be either followed by ing or noun. Now, do we have any ing combinations here? No. So, in addition to protests for increased rights for women, the demands have demanded. Can we use this? Look at this. The second clause here. The demands have demanded the overthrow of republic. Is it possible? No. So, what is the correct answer? See, in addition to overthrow, not possible. Okay. Look at this. In addition to demands, if at all overthrowing is there, that we can use, because in addition to is followed by ing, overthrow is a v1. So look at this. In addition to demands for increased rights for women, the protests have demanded the overthrow of republic. Again, it is used as a noun form here. So most probably the answer should be used with a combination of B, A, and C. Let us check with that. We have BAC. Let us finalize with the L and M. Okay. So have demanded the overthrow of the republic, setting them apart from previous major protests. Continuation. Protest movements which have focused on election results or economic woes. Economic woes is absolutely possible, not economic movements, that is economic woes. So answer can be used with the third one. Next 125, the fifth one in this series. Novel by Jonathan Cape in the summer of 1964 looks something odd. Figures in a Landscape was Barry England's first published or first novel. It is his first novel. So it is not novel by, that should be used with published by. So the answer starts with the C, continuation followed by B and followed by A. So where is that CBA? CBA. That goes with the fifth one. Let us check with L and M. Look at that. Landscape was Barry England's first novel, which was continuation hailed by critics as an what? As an exemplary addition to the Literate of Escape. Is it possible? Yes. Literate of Escape is nothing but it is used as the greatness of the literature. So that is possible only with the fifth one. Now, as we can see, Saujanya, not possible with the fourth one, because the second position here it is A, novel, which is used in here, the second position. So we cannot say published by Jonathan Cape in the novel, not possible. So Barry England's first novel is possible. So as we have gone through this section, this particular section, what I had taken through is, I have answered the first question already correctly, but I wanted to justify my answer according to the grammatical logic and the given options. So what most of the students do is they make mistakes by overseeing some of the questions, like going very fast, or sometimes what happens is you may misread the sentences when you are in a situation of the pressure. When you are in the pressure, you may misread the answers or misread the options. Something would happen wrong. So instead of doing that, you can justify your answer by properly analyzing with the additional pair that is given. So it actually makes your answer more standard. Okay. Next, the next set are RC. There are nearly 20 RCs given, 20 questions from the RC given. Let us move on to the next section, which is errors. So be ready with the errors. Look at this. Each one carries 1 mark here. Now what you need to do is, in these errors, you need to find out which is grammatically correct. Grammatically correct is your answer. Without reading the direction in terms of errors, do not answer any question. The reason being, sometimes they ask you the incorrect sentence. Sometimes they ask you the correct sentence. So unless and until you read that direction properly, you cannot answer. Basically, we are habituated to finding the incorrect part in prelims and all, but in the mains they also ask the correct part. So you need to be extremely careful. Okay, now look at the first one. Find out the answers. Okay, I will be teaching you some answers, some questions, some logics which are a bit advanced. You need to try to understand them. Okay, now look at this. Each team accept into the program will receive $50,000. Okay, Kavya, you need to find out the correct sentence, not incorrect sentence. You need to find out the correct sentence, not incorrect sentence. Okay, listen. Okay, listen, guys, listen. What is the subject here? Each team. The word each and every are the references of only singulars. Remember this point. Okay, each and every are singulars. What is immediate word given here? Accept. Accept is which word form? V1. Team is which is singular. It is followed by V1. This is case number 1. But don't stop there. Actually, that will decide. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Navneet, I was waiting for that type of answer. The answer is not actually accepts, not possible. Let me tell you how it goes. The team accepts wrong into the program will receive. What will receive? The team will receive 50,000 rupees. What kind of team will receive 50,000 $50,000? The team which has this type of quality. Which quality is that? Accept into the program. Only the teams which are accepted into the programs, such kind of teams will receive $50,000. Now, this is where you need to understand the logic to find out the subject verb agreement in the sentences. So remember, I'm telling you one important rule here. Never ever decide in the sentence that the subject and verb should be side by side always. There are also some cases where the subject and the verb are not side by side, just like this one. The subject is actually each team, the verb is will receive. Now look at the case very carefully. I will give you an example now. Look at the example. Look at the sentence. It is just like the previous one. The temple plated with gold is very beautiful. Okay. The temple plated with gold is very beautiful. The subject of the sentence is obviously the temple. But remember, the verb is not plated. This is not the subject verb agreement. Can you guys tell me what is the subject verb agreement in this? The subject verb agreement is not the temple plated. What is the subject verb agreement? I'm waiting for your answers. Is the verb agreement. So this is where we need to be very careful. So what actually happens is they try to twist our brain by using some additional information which starts with the verbs immediately by the subject. So what we misunderstand them is this is the verb of the sentence, which is the subject and a verb agreement. But that is not actually correct. That is incorrect. So the temple plated with gold. The temple is very beautiful. Okay, now what type of temple are we speaking about? The temple, whatever the temple that is plated with gold, that temple is very beautiful. Are you getting the point here? Now we have an additional information in between. What is the additional information? Plated with gold. This plated with gold, be very careful. I already told you I'm giving you some additional information here. The information plated with gold is speaking about what? It is speaking about the temple. It is an additional information to the temple. Temple is already what here? The subject of the sentence. If any additional information added in addition to the subject before using the verb, which is basically the verb agreement, such kind of information. That means the information from the word plated to the word gold. This information which is added in addition to the subject is called as subject complement. That is called as subject complement. There can also be object complement, no problem. Okay. For example, let us say I live in Hyderabad, a beautiful city. Look at the sentence. I live in Hyderabad. That's not clause. That's not clause. Kavya, that's not clause. There is no clause in that. No. That is just subject complement. That is a phrase. Subject complement can be both phrase and a clause. It can be phrase. It can also be a clause. But here in this particular sentence, that is a phrase. That's not a clause. Clause is something that has subject and verb agreement, right? So that is a phrase. But there can also be a clause. I can also give you a clause, no problem. But clause has some different features. Now look at this. This is called what? Now look at the sentence I wrote below. Look at the sentence I wrote below. Look at this. I live in Hyderabad. This is comma, a beautiful city. Now the subject is I. The verb is live. Hyderabad is nothing but an object. Clear? Now I have added some additional information. What is this one here? A beautiful city, right? Now the combination, Mr. Innocent, good evening. A beautiful city is speaking about I or the Hyderabad. Hyderabad, right? So a beautiful city is actually speaking about the object, which in turn is called as object complement. Okay. So whatever you have, like, listen very carefully. There can be subject complement, there can be object complement. But in the examination, what is important? Is it subject complement or object complement? Subject complement is important because, see, the subject complement is added between the subject and the verb agreement. If at all there is object complement, it is added at the end, which is of course the negligible part basically. So when actually between the subject and the verb agreement, if you add some more additional information, which is basically a phrase or clause, so what actually happens is your reading skill will deviate you from the original point of the sentence. The main content will be deviated. You will misread the main content and misunderstand it. So that is where happy Teachers Day. Thank you, thank you. Oh, tomorrow is Teachers Day. I forgot it. I forgot it. Thank you so much. So don't text anything that is apart from the class. Let us look at that at the end. Let us focus into this because this is important. Okay. Now the temple plated with gold is very beautiful. Now I have added a phrase which is dividing the subject and verb. So when you're reading the big sentence, this is a small one. No, nothing. There is no problem here. But there are cases where the sentences are very lengthy. Now let me tell you the indicators that you can find out here. See, I have not given any additional indicators, but the indicators that I can give you here are nothing but commas. In the examination, they may add two commas, which is basically the information that is added between the two commas. So there you can clearly find out this is a subject and this is a verb. So the information which is between the two commas is actually an additional information. You need to justify it using the two inverted commas, two commas here. But remember, in the errors, they would clearly mention avoid if there are any punctuation mistakes. So you cannot ask that guy if at all he doesn't give the punctuations. There you need to take the help of your reading. If you read well, you will understand that. So this is an advanced point. Okay. Now somebody said, hi. You guys are debating me. Okay. Somebody said, sir, there is a clause. Okay. Kavya, I think. Now I will write one more sentence. Okay. I will show you how the clause is also used. Look at this. This is a different case. Okay. This is where I will, there is a clause combination. Okay. Look at the sentence. Sorry. The students. Okay. The students who are studying in CCE have cleared many jobs. Now, can you guys find out what is the subject verb agreement here? The subject of the sentence is the students. Okay. Do you know what is the verb of the sentence? What is the verb agreement for this subject? What is the verb agreement? It's not who are studying. The verb agreement is actually have cleared many jobs. This is a verb agreement. Okay. So this is a verb agreement. Many jobs is basically object. So this is the subject have cleared together. That is a verb. Many jobs is nothing but object. This is a base sentence, okay? That is subject verb agreement. That is subject verb object. Yeah, have cleared. Sojan, it's actually have cleared, not exactly cleared, okay? Because have agrees with students, not clear directly. Now, there is an additional information. What is additional information? Who are studying in CCE? Now, because Kavya said clause there previously, so I'm giving an additional information to what she said. So that is a different case here. Look at this. Who, which is a relative pronoun. This is what here? Relative pronoun. Immediately followed by are studying, which is basically a verb combination. Now look at this. The word who is referring to the subject, students, and at the same time, the word who is agreeing with the word are studying, which is actually connecting the word students and also are studying. The relative pronoun is acting as the mediator here. Now remember, see, students have cleared the many jobs. This is already a clause. This is already a clause. Together we are combining this. Is already a clause. Students have cleared many jobs is already a clause. That is clause number one. In one clause, we can add another clause. That clause is this. Look at this. At the same time, who, which is speaking about students, who can be the subject here. Are studying is agreeing with the word who, and who is agreeing with students. Now this is starting with the relative pronoun. This clause is starting with the relative pronoun. Now together this is a clause. Who are studying in CC is a clause, that is. This clause from here to here, this clause is called as the relative clause. What is that? Relative clause. Now I gave you 3 points differently. First point that I gave was, oh, where is this? Yeah. First point that I gave was subject complement, which can be a phrase. There can be also clause. Now that's why I added the other one. Look at this. The other one I told you is object complement. I will answer your question, okay? Second one is object complement. This is point number 2. And the other one I have here on the screen is relative clause. So in this position, the relative clause is actually dividing the main clause which is there in the sentence, which is actually actual clause of the sentence, that is. So that actual clause is divided by the relative clause. So there can be a phrase in this position, there can be a clause in this position. Most probably, if there is a clause, the clause would be relative clause, just 99% of the cases. There can be other clauses also added, no problem. Now, Geetashree, I need to answer your question. Second clause can be take with the help of relative pronouns. Can somebody text something, because the comment is hidden by the heart symbol? Text something, that comment would come up. I can see that clearly. I can see only half there. Text something, somebody. Say hi. Somebody say hi. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Gautam. Yeah, wait. Hi, wait. That is completely going up. Wait. Don't say anything. Wait, guys. Second clause can be taken with the help of the relative pronouns. Yes. That's what. The second clause can be taken with the relative pronoun. So this is the main clause. The second clause which is added in between is a relative pronoun combination, which is called as a relative clause. So what happens is, in the examination, be careful to find out this point now. The overall focus is on the subject verb agreement. So when you find out this one, don't always expect the verb to be immediately after the subject. So verb can be somewhere else, and basically again here this fellow needs to give commas like this. We cannot ask if they don't give commas. Can you call the fellow, hey, why you did not give us commas? No, not possible. So be very careful when you are reading the sentence, because majority of the questions are from these type of models. Okay, so mains is completely focused on this nowadays, especially in the errors, I would say. So be careful with this. So don't expect that the verb should be only in this position immediately after the subject. No, never possible. So take the screenshots of the previous information that was there. Let us continue with this. Okay, now look at the sentence very carefully. Now can you tell me where we can use commas here? Where we can use commas? Each team accept into the program will receive $50,000. Where should be the comma? Comma number 1 should be after the team. Comma number 2 should be after the program. That is where the fellow doesn't give the commas, and we need to understand that. Okay, now each team, it is not accept, the word should be accepted into the program, because it actually is complementing the subject. This part is complementing the subject, right? The subject complement which I had written previously, again let me take you back to the point here. The subject complement which I wrote here can also be an adjective. Yeah, very good. So the subject complement can also be an adjective. So when you are using an adjective, now let me tell you one more point. There are some verbs. Okay. Now accept, accepted, accepted, accepting, accepts. Okay. V1, V2, V3, V4 and V5. I'm just taking the example of accepts because that we have got in the sentence. I'm telling you one point here where the verbs are also used as the adjectives. Okay. Now we have five verbs, right? You take any verb. You take any verb. And when you take the verbs, remember, out of these five verbs, out of the V1, V2, V3, V4, V5, whatever the verb you take, these three, what are the three? V2, V3, V4. That means, in simple words, let me say this. ED, it can be ED, it can be en, it can be ing, or any other word that is v2, v3 or v4. Any other word which is v2, v3, v4. In simple words I gave as ed, en, ing. It doesn't mean that always all the verbs end with ed, en in v2, v3. They're also with different spellings, basically v2, v3 and v4. These three verbs can also function as adjectives. They can also function as adjectives. Such kind of adjectives are called as participle adjectives. Such kind of adjectives are called as participle adjectives. Now you need to understand one point. The word V1, the word V5 are not used as adjectives. And let me tell you one more additional point. If at all these verbs are used as the adjectives in the sentences, such kind of verbs, they can be called as adjectives as participle adjectives. Such kind of verbs are called as, look at this, they are called as non-finite verbs. What are they called as? Non-finite verbs. Non-finite verbs are the verbs which look like the verbs, but in the sentences they don't function as the verbs. Instead, they function as the adjectives. There are also some more verbs that function as the nouns. You know, you all guys know that ing functions as a noun. Gerund, do you remember that? Do you know that? Ing also functions as the noun. Everybody gets connects with it very easily, right? So when ing functions as the noun, such kind of ing is called as non-finite verb, which looks like the verb but doesn't function as the verb there. Okay, now Lakshman, I need to answer this. Sir, is it possible to crack bank exam for non-maths background students? Absolutely. Many students have cleared that. No doubt about it. Okay, please take this down. Now look at the sentence. So this point exactly is functioning as an adjective also because that is modifying the noun. What is it speaking about? Each team speaking about the noun. Whatever the combination that speaks about the noun, that can function as adjective. So adjectives cannot be used with V1, so they should be used with ED. Done? So no, not accept. That should be accepted. That's what I was telling you. Geetashree, there should not be accept. The word should be accepted. So accepted into the program can be used as a non-finite. Okay, that can be a starter of a adjective phrase. Together that can be an adjective phrase because together that is modifying the noun. Clear? Clear, Geetashree? I need to get response from you. Then we can move on to the next one. Yeah, okay. Let's move on to the next one. So first one is wrong, right? Next. Ulna was particular noun. Now look at this very carefully. Ulna is a subject, right? This guy is subject. Plus followed by was, which is a helping verb. Followed by particular, which is an adjective. Next followed by noun, which is V3, that is main verb. That is a structure. Now very simple rule. This is a position of an adjective. Sorry, this is a position of an adverb. Between the helping verb and the main verb, there can be only one word. Between helping verb and main verb, there can be only one word. What is that word? It's not adjective, that should be adverb. Okay, very good. So it's not adverb. So can you tell me the correct word for that? So Vilna was particular known is wrong. What should be the correct one? Particularly known. That is a rule of adverbs. That is called position of adverbs. Okay. So second one is also wrong. Now look at the third one. What is the third one? According to the Shin Bet, after the conflict, there was a decrease in Palestinian rocket attacks. Sentence for me, the sentence was good when I read it, but you guys need to read it one attempt, and you need to feel that it is wrong. If it is wrong, you need to feel that it is wrong. Okay, let's move on to the fourth one. Let us decide. After the massacre, after the completion of the massacre, the ship owners went to court in what is given here, an attempt. I think I need not to tell you that, so we cannot use a there. That should be an, because followed by over. So fourth one is very simple, out. So the answer should be used only with the third one. That is your answer. Clear? Yeah. Next, 147. California's gun laws are among the strict in the country. See, we are speaking about California gun laws. Where is California? California is in USA. How many states are in USA? How many states are in USA? Can you tell me the GS answer? How many states are in USA? United States of America. 50. Very good. 50. Okay. Now look at this. California's gun laws are among the strict in the country. Now what happens is actually in USA, very good. In USA, what happens is, see, in India, we don't have separate laws for each state, like the states which we have. But in USA, what actually happens is, each state has combination of country. There are laws, there is a law, but again each state has a different amendments, different laws. So California, which is a state of America, one of the states of America, California's gun laws, these are among the strict in the country. So there are many other states which have the strict rules. So out of all of them, California is also one of the states which has the strict laws. So are strict laws? No. Can you find out the correct answer? So you guys are telling I need to remove the. No, not correct. Can you give me the correct answer? The sense you need to understand here. California's gun laws are among. If there is no word among, you can also remove the word the and you can tell the answer. California's gun laws are strict in the country. Possible. But there is the word among. Among. Among Gitasri, among us both are same. Nothing different there. Still there is a big grammatical rule. Among us, no guys, no guys. We are speaking about a group of states which have the strict laws. Out of all of them, we are speaking about one state. What is that? Superlative degree. It is not strict. The word should be used in the superlative degree. Strict, stricter, strictest. The word should be used in the superlative degree. California's gun laws are among the strictest in the country. We are speaking about multiple states. Out of all the comparison, we are referring to only one. Okay, is wrong. Absolutely wrong. Not is. Speaking about laws, subject verb agreement should be are. Between. Oh my god, I should not ask you answers if that is the case. We are speaking about all the states. We are speaking about referring to multiple states, not between. If there is a reference of only two, we can use between. There is no reference of two. We are referring it to the all the states. Okay, that should be used with a superlative. The word strict is wrong here. Next, look at the second one. Based on global sales in 2012. So that is correct. Look at this. General Motors was ranked among the world's largest automakers in January. Sorry, between the world's largest automakers in January. While I was reading, seriously, Sojanya and Kumari. That's what you guys need to wait. You should not decide the answer. Very important point. Both of you are wrong, Sojanya and Kumari. Keep your comment like that. Don't delete it. Look at this. Based on global sales in 2012, let me write one sentence. Is that correct? Maybe Lakshman, you need to cross check. Is the sentence correct? Arabian Nights are a great book. Is that correct? Wrong. What is the correct one? The word should be is. You cannot decide the answer directly without reading the sentence. This is what you need to understand. Look at this. Arabian Nights is a name of the book. We're not speaking about all the nights. Arabian Nights is a name of the book. The book name is ending with S, but it doesn't mean it should be plural. Now look at the sentence here. Based on global sales in 2012, General Motors is the name of the company. General Motors is the name of the company. That is one company there. Okay. So this company was ranked. That is correct only. That is correct only. Okay. So General Motors was ranked not between. We are referring or comparing this one General Motors company with all the companies that are in the world. World's largest automakers in January. That means General Motors is compared with all the other companies in the world, which is again superlative degree. So of course there is superlative combination, but it is not between. What is the correct word we need there? The word should be among. Very simple. Yeah, that's it. Between is two and among is a group, more than two. World's largest automakers. Next, first one is out, second one is out. Look at the third one. For years, he was trying to write something about a night in a life of a place. Sorry, in the life of a place. Sentence. Okay. Let us find out the fourth one if there is a mistake. A public outcry ensured and strengthened the abolition movement on the United Kingdom. Did you get the answer here? Did you get the answer? Look at this. A public outcry ensured and strengthened the abolition movement on the United Kingdom. What is the mistake? It's not on. What should be the correct word? In. So obviously fourth one is out. So what's your answer here? Third one. Next, 148. Vilna was also an important narrator and a reciter of poems, ballads, and monologues. Poems, ballads, monologues, they are all the words of literature. Different types of poems. Okay. First one looks good. Look at the second one. George Case was one of Britain's most prolific slave traders. So George Case, which is singular, was is okay. One of. When you look at the rule one of, immediately you need to pick the rule. What is the rule you need to understand? You already know the rule, I think. I hope you have written this. If not, take the screenshot of that. I think you know this rule, right? I gave this many times. One of, none of, each of, any of, either of, next, neither of. And what is the rule you have for this? All these combinations should be followed by plural noun plus singular verb. There should be plural noun and singular verb. One of combinations, okay? One of combinations. There should be plural noun and singular verb. Okay, now look at this. George Case was one of Britain's most prolific slave traders. One of the is wrong. Trupti, Archana, and who else? Kumari, Vinay Kumar. You guys just note it down. One of is not always followed by the. The rule is different. The rule is this. This is the rule. One of, none of, each of, any of, either of, neither of. This is a fixed rule, okay? These indicators are followed by plural noun plus singular verb. Noun should be plural, verb should be singular. Okay, Shravani and Gitasri, they gave the answer. Look at that. I think they are from Hyderabad branch. So they might have attended my classes. They know them. So one of, none of, each of, any of, either of, neither of should be followed by plural noun and a singular verb. Okay, yeah, Archana. In such case, that is possible. One of the most, one of the best, one of the largest. That is possible. That is a case of superlative case, Archana, right? So you are using the there because there is most. Most is indicator of superlative degree. In such case, that is possible. But look at the sentence carefully. What is the sentence we have? George case was one of the Britons. Now let me tell you what happens here. One of, if you add the, you are connecting the word the with what here? Britons. Do you live in the Hyderabad or do you live in Hyderabad? We live in Hyderabad. Do you like the Vijayawada or do you like Vijayawada? You like Vijayawada, not the Vijayawada. We cannot use the with any proper noun. That is rule in English. So in case of superlative, you can use one of the best teachers, one of the best results, one of the best jobs. That is possible. But here you need to be very careful because you may you may make mistake in terms of having the questions like this. Like there are slash kind of questions, right? We have this type of questions with slashes. So by mistake, if at all you feel like there should be the in this position, then you're wrong. So yeah, that's very important there. Britons, what? No, Britain, apostrophe of S, Britain's most prolific slave traders. Britain యొక్క slave traders అని అర్థం. This indicator shows the possession. This shows possession. That is correct only. No mistake. Second one is fine. Look at the third one. If two sentences are fine, you can obviously go for the fifth one, right? But let us finalize with the another one. Relangsingen, Woblingen is a municipality. Oh my god, very difficult to pronounce, but look at this. You need to be very careful here in this case because look at this. There is difference between this and this. This and this. There is a lot of difference. Otherwise, you will make a mistake. You will make a mistake. Look at this very carefully. See, they're very difficult to pronounce. They are the names of the places in some Western countries. Let us call it as R and W. R and W. Okay. Now look at this. There is an hyphen in between the two words. When there is an hyphen in between multiple words, remember that is called as a compound word. What is it called? Compound word. And remember, the compound words should be treated as only one word. Now together, these two words actually refer to only one place. Together, that is one place. If at all, let us say R and W. If the sentence is in such a way, we are referring to two cases. Okay, we see this in the compound nouns and also in the compound adjectives. Let me tell you in a simple way. Brother in law. Is that correct? Is whatever I wrote there, is that correct? Brother in law. Is that correct? Can you tell me? No, that's wrong. What is the correction? Brother in law. That should be hyphen. So hyphen actually combines multiple words with the different parts of speech, stating them as a one word. Stating them as a one word. Okay. So there is difference between hyphen and and. Okay. Now looking at this sentence, the third sentence, R hyphen W together states one particular name, which is a city name. This is a municipality. Now look at this. If at all you feel like sir, there should be R, in continuation, what is there? A municipality. Again, the reference of singular. So that should be a singular one. Okay. So you can justify that answer saying singular, even looking at this further part. A municipality in the district of Constance in Banden. Oh my god, it is very big. Look at this. This is a Germanic name. Again, Banden. This is all together only one place name. I can't pronounce it. Württemberg. I think Württemberg, Germany. This Branden Württemberg. Again, it is a place in Germany. And look at this again. Württemberg. Again, together that is used with the hyphen. That is the name of one place only. Okay, Banden Württemberg is one place. Same, just like that. R hyphen W is also one place. So third one is absolutely fine. There's no mistake. Yeah. So three are correct here. So answer should be used with what? All correct. Next, 149. The ship owners then made an insurance claim for those murder. Look at this. The ship owners then later they made. The ship owners made V2. They made what? An insurance claim. Till the sentence is fine. For what? For those. Look at this. For those is a reference of what? Singular or plural? Plural. That is very simple. That should not be murder. That should be murders. Plural. Okay, clear? So there is a mistake already. Next one. The outcome led to a national outcry that stimulate the abolitionist movement in the UK. There is a mistake in this. There is a mistake in this. Can you tell me what is the mistake? Can you guys tell me what is the mistake? There is a mistake in the second sentence. That is for sure. Exactly correct, Archana. Look at this. The outcome led to a national outcry, that which refers to outcry. I gave you this one already just before. The relative pronoun agrees with the noun that is preceded by. So whatever the verb that comes here, that should agree with the noun that is already preceded by the relative pronoun. Now what is the noun that is preceded by outcry, which is a singular? The singular is followed by v1 or v5, that is followed by v5. So it's not stimulate, that should be stimulates. We already know that. We had seen that before. I had taught you just before in the case of relative clause, who are studying. We had seen that already. So first one is wrong, second one is wrong. Let's go for the third one. Turner was an acclaimed English painter. Wrong. Absolutely wrong. Can you tell me what's the mistake? There is a mistake. I gave you this one just before. Can you tell me what's the mistake? I gave you this answer just before. Very good, Achana. Look at this. Turner is the name of a person, was possible, past, singular. This guy is an acclaimed English painter. Now look at this. The sentence is like this. An acclaimed English, who is he? Painter. Okay, now this is all a noun phrase, right? Painter is a noun. English combination of compound noun, and which is article, acclaim which is a verb form. It can also be used as a noun, but noun is not possible in that position. I already told you acclaim, which is here actually used as a verb v1, cannot be used as an adjective. I gave this rule just before. Where is this? I think the first one. Oh, I think I erased it. Okay. Yeah, just before I gave you, right, we got one word on the other question. So I had taught you like v1, v2, v3, v4, v5. So there we cannot use v1 and v5 as the adjectives. We can use v2, v3, v4 as the adjectives. So it's not an acclaimed English painter. That should be acclaimed English painter, which functions as an adjective, which is a non-finite verb again. So even third one is wrong. So what should be your answer? 3 are wrong. Your answer should be only 4 directly. Don't read it. Lakshman, you can contact the office. You have a number on the top of the comments. You can just go through that number. You can contact them and they will guide you. Okay. Next, 150. The last error. The groups have become synonymous with producing some of the best dance hits and boast a unique sound unlike any other in the island and the world. Let us look at it. This very lengthy. Let's not waste the time. She was part on the team or part of the team? Part of the team, not part on the team. This is wrong. Second one is out. Next. On club level, she played on FCF Juvese. FCF Juvese is actually the name of the team, like the football teams. Okay, it's not on. You can use in the team. She played in the team or she played with them is also possible. In the team is also possible. Look at the fourth one. I grew up in a sports orient family. Tell me your answer. Fourth one is wrong. See, 2 and 3, both of them are wrong. We can find out. Second one is wrong. Third one is wrong. Very simple ones. Prepositional errors. Can you find out the mistake in the fourth one? There is a mistake. Exactly correct. I grew up in a sports orient family. Look at this again. A is an article. Sports orient together, that is an adjective. Just before I told you, together, if the words are paired using hyphen, they function as only one word, and that word is actually functioning as an adjective, which is followed by noun here. So a sports orient family or sports oriented family, that is oriented family, changing it to ed, which is a non-finite verb again. So fourth one is wrong. So thus your answer comes with the first one. Clear? Please take online class also. I don't know actually. I will try. And it's not actually, you guys need to approach the office. Okay. The question is very lengthy. Let me tell you what this question is. In this question, 5 sentences are given A, B, C, D, E. One of these sentences does not match to be fit in the paragraph. There are 5 sentences, okay? You see A, B, C, D and E. One of the sentences doesn't match the paragraph, the entire content that is there. And decide which of the given sentences can be replaced by the alternative sentences given below. See, this question is asked in 2 ways. Case number 1, way 1, what happens is, let me minimize this so you can understand it. Look at this. I have minimized. Look at the question from here. See, there is A, B, C, D, E, and you have one more heading here as alternative. So these are the alternatives. You need to pick one sentence which doesn't match the context the above, and that sentence should be replaced with one of these options. And be very careful. What actually happens is, in the examination they may not give this part. The alternative part may not be given. The alternative part may not be given. Some questions carry alternatives, some questions do not carry alternatives. And remember, if alternatives are given, that is actually a better idea. That is a better way to answer. Because even if you have no idea about what is the odd sentence above, you can at least answer them using the below one. Now, what actually happens is, if at all you are clear with what the idea that is given in the above sentences without alternatives, you can directly find the answer. And as you can see in the answers are not very complex. The answers are single pairs, not multiple pairs, not confusing one, not difficult one. So just A1, A2, A3, just any one of these 3 combinations are given, not mixing all of them. So this actually makes your answer very easier. So when the questions are given like this, like large questions, don't get frightened. That's where you lose half of the marks. Don't get frightened. Just wait, cross check the answer, look at the options first. When the question is very lengthy, look at the option. If the option is very easy to answer, then go for it. No way you need to think about it. Okay, now look at this, how to answer. I will make them very simple for you. Yes, Sultana Sheikh, they are helpful. Sujata, do not ask that type of questions, please, because you don't wait for the results. ఆన్సర్స్ ఎప్పుడు క్వశ్చన్ ఇది రిజల్ట్స్ ఎప్పుడు వస్తాయి సార్ అని అంటే, అమ్మ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, నేను చాలాసార్లు చెప్తూనే ఉన్నాను, మెయిన్స్ రిజల్ట్స్ కోసం, ప్రిలిమ్స్ రిజల్ట్స్ కోసం వెయిట్ చేసి మెయిన్స్కి ప్రిపేర్ అవ్వద్దు. ప్రిలిమ్స్ ఎప్పుడైతే ప్రిపరేషన్ స్టార్ట్ చేస్తున్నారో మెయిన్స్ కూడా అప్పుడే ప్రిపరేషన్ స్టార్ట్ అయిపోయినట్లు. రిజల్ట్ వచ్చిన తర్వాతనే మెయిన్స్కి ప్రిపేర్ అవ్వకూడదు. రిమెంబర్ దిస్. ఎందుకనంటే మనకు ఒక ఎగ్జామ్ మిస్ అయిపోయినా సరే అప్పుడు జరిగిన ప్రిపరేషన్ నెక్స్ట్ ఎగ్జామ్ కైనా యూజ్ అవుతుంది. రిజల్ట్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత, ప్రిలిమ్స్ రిజల్ట్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత మీకు మెయిన్స్కి ఎంతో టైం ఉండదు. హార్డ్లీ 20 days 25 days కూడా ఉండదో కొన్నిటికి ఉండదు అసలు, కొన్ని రిజల్ట్స్కి. సో గుర్తుపెట్టుకున్నానా, మీరు ప్రిలిమ్స్ ఎప్పుడైతే నేను స్టార్ట్ చేస్తున్నా అనుకున్నారో దట్ ఈస్ ద టైమ్ యూ నీడ్ టు ప్రిపేర్ ఫర్ ద మెయిన్స్. స్టార్ట్ ప్రిపరేషన్. ఇంకా రిజల్ట్, ప్రిలిమ్స్ రిజల్ట్ వద్దు, మన టార్గెట్ మెయిన్స్ రిజల్ట్స్ అంతే. ప్రిలిమ్స్ రిజల్ట్స్ వచ్చాయా రాలేదా, వస్తుందా రాలేదా ఇంకా ఆలోచించొద్దు. ఒకవేళ మన లిస్ట్ లో మన పేరు ఉంటే ప్రిలిమ్స్ రిజల్ట్స్ వచ్చినప్పుడు హ్యాపీ, లేదంటే దేవుడికి మంచి ఒక గట్టి కొబ్బరికాయ కొట్టి గట్టికి ప్రిపేర్ అవ్వ అంతే. ఇంకేం లేదు, దాని గురించి ఆలోచించొద్దు. అర్థమవుతుందా? సో డోంట్ ఆస్క్ ఫర్ ద ఆర్ఆర్బి క్లర్క్ రిజల్ట్స్ ఎప్పుడు సార్, పిఓ రిజల్ట్స్ ఎప్పుడు సార్, ఐయూపీఎస్ క్లర్క్ ఎప్పుడు సార్, ప్రిలిమ్స్ రిజల్ట్స్ గురించి అసలు ఆలోచించొద్దు. నీ రిజల్ట్ కావాల్సింది మెయిన్స్ ఆలోచించు అంతే. మెయిన్స్ ఎగ్జామ్ ఎప్పుడు సార్ అని అడుగు, అది చెప్తా అంతే. రిజల్ట్స్ ప్రిలిమ్స్ కోసం ఆలోచించొద్దు. ఓకేనా? చూడండి ఇంకా first one. Let me make this question very simple for you. Okay, yeah, I think you can see that. Now look at this. According to the Center for Venture Research at the University of New Hampshire, 2020 was the first time in several years that angel funded business, look at this, angel funded business, speaking about some finance, right? Now look at the second one. By law, they can invest only in certain high quality short term investments issued by US corporations and federal, state and local governments. Okay, C, what is given here? Angel investor. Come to D, what is given here? Angel investing. Come to E, what is given? Is anything given? Because an angel's money, look at this, angel's money is kind of investment in banking and shares. Can you tell me what is the odd one out? Can you tell me what is the odd one out? What is the odd one out? You got the answer already, guys. You need not to read the entire sentences. Your 20 minutes of time will be used here only if you read the entire sentences. Focus on the words that are only needed. These are inference based questions. Remember, inference based questions. Directly answer. What is your answer? B. Out. Your answer is out. Where is your answer in B? Third one gone. got the answer already. Next 152, look at it. Okay, look at this now. What is the subject here? Anthropology, right? Look at B. Is there anthropology? Yes. See, 5 out of 5 సెంటెన్స్ ఉంటే ఆంథ్రోపాలజీ ఉంటే నేను ఆలోచిస్తా, కానీ ఒకసారి చూడండి జాగ్రత్తగా. నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఏమన్నాడు ఇక్కడ మళ్ళీ ఆంథ్రోపాలజీ. నెక్స్ట్ ఫోర్త్ వన్ ఎనీ ఆంథ్రోపాలజీ? నో. ఫిఫ్త్ వన్ ఇస్ దర్ ఆంథ్రోపాలజీ? ఎస్. ఫోర్త్ వన్ ఏమన్నాడు? ద ఎర్లియర్ రికార్డ్స్ ఆఫ్ ద డైమండ్ షో. డైమండ్ గురించి మాట్లాడారు. హియర్ వీ హ్యావ్ ఆంథ్రోపాలజీ రిలేటెడ్ ఇష్యూ అండ్ హియర్ దట్ ఫెలో is speaking about D. Is completely odd one not. Find out the answer. How many options are there with D? Only one, fourth one. You need not to check the alternative. Alternative should be checked only if multiple options are given with D. ఎక్కడైనా ఇంకా D2 D1 అట్లా ఏమైనా ఇచ్చాడు అనుకోండి, ఇక్కడ D3 ఉంది, D1 ఉంది, అమ్మో ఇప్పుడు కన్ఫ్యూజన్ వస్తుంది. ఇప్పుడు ఒకసారి చూడండి, ఇక్కడ 3 అన్నాడు కదా, లుక్ ఎట్ థర్డ్ వన్, లింగ్విస్టిక్ ఆంథ్రోపాలజీ అన్నాడు. ఇక్కడ దొరికింది ఆన్సర్. చెక్ చేసినా చేయకపోయినా ఆన్సర్ వచ్చేసింది, బికాస్ D పేర్ ఈస్ గివెన్ ఇన్ ఓన్లీ వన్ పొజిషన్, సేవ్ యువర్ టైం. నెక్స్ట్ 153, లుక్ ఎట్ దిస్. ఏమి ఇచ్చాడు? జికా ఫీవర్, అంతే కదా. ఇక్కడ ఏమన్నాడు? DNA. ద వైరస్ ఈజ్ నేమ్డ్ జికా ఫారెస్ట్, నేమ్డ్ ఫర్ ద జికా ఫారెస్ట్. తర్వాత హ్యూమన్ ఇన్ఫెక్షన్స్ అన్నాడు ఇక్కడ, ఇది ఒక చూడండి అక్కడ. నెక్స్ట్ ఇంకోటి ఏముంది? జికా ఫీవర్. DNA, జికా ఫీవర్, హ్యూమన్ ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ విచ్ ఈస్ రిలేటెడ్ టు జికా ఫీవర్. కెన్ యూ టెల్ మీ వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఆర్డర్ నాట్? What is the order not? Gone. That's the answer. So that goes with the B. Now how many options are there with B? How many options are there with B? Only one. Look at this. What is in one? Zika fever. Done. But wait. I made you run very fast by making you answer all the questions, 3 out of 3. But don't expect the same type of food analogy in terms of means. Don't follow like that. So, see, the questions are very easy, so I gave you in a simple way. But if at all you get that questions in means, wait, just cross check if the logic which we learned now can be used in the questions or not. Don't just see here and there and directly answer. Unnecessarily you will lose marks. Question can be answered, but I followed a simple logic. Check if the same logic can be applied or not. If the logic can be applied, your work is easy. But if at all the logic is not applied, you will unnecessarily lose your marks. Don't touch it. Check if the logic is there or not. Okay. Next, starters. There are 2 starters. Okay, at the end I'll be very quick, the time is up. Look at this. The Contract Labor Act has been amended by starters, which is the topmost categorical set of questions asked in the mains. Be very careful. This thing will help you in the mains. Vinay, that is a mistake you guys are actually making. We won't see such type of questions are ante. Let me tell you, Vinay, ఒకసారి ఏం లేదని చెప్తాను. There was a guy who did not answer such kind of questions and came out of the examination. What he realized after coming out of the examination hall is, ఆ పేపర్ మొత్తంలో ఈజియెస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్స్ అవే ఉన్నాయి. ఇది ఇన్ఫరెన్స్ బేస్డ్ క్వశ్చన్స్. మనం ఏమనుకుంటామంటే, అమ్మో పెద్ద పెద్దగా ఏమో ఉన్నాయి, అక్కడ ఏమో ఉన్నాయి, మనకు భయం అవుతుంది, అది చదవలేము, రాదు, కాంటెక్స్ట్ ఏముండదు. మీకు చెప్పాలంటే కాంటెక్చువల్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఆర్ ఫార్ మోర్ ఈజియర్ దెన్ ద గ్రామటికల్ క్వశ్చన్స్. నిజంగా గ్రామర్లో క్లారిటీ ఉండదు, బట్ కాంటెక్స్లో క్లారిటీ ఉంటుంది. మీకు ఐడియా ఉందో లేదో, అంటే మనకు కాంటెక్స్ట్ ఎక్కువ ఎక్స్పోజర్ వస్తే, ఇఫ్ యూ గెట్ సో మచ్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్పోజర్, లాట్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్పోజర్ టువర్డ్స్ ద కాంటెక్స్ట్, దెన్ అప్పుడు నీకు ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ అవుతుంది. అది అర్థమైందా? Archana is already in hurry. She is giving answers already. Okay, let us look at this. Has been amended by. Starters lo one of the most important logic చెప్తాను, గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. లాజిక్ ఏంటి అంటే, if the statement is given in the active, you can change it into passive. If the statement is given in the passive, change it into active, the meaning would be same. The most important logic in terms of starters. Starters చూసి భయపడతారు మన వాళ్ళు. ఎందుకు భయపడతారు అర్థం కాదు. Very, very easy. Look at this. The Contract Labor Act has been amended by the Law Department, now allowing factories employing fewer than 50 contract workers to function without registering themselves with the authority concerned. Amma sir, inta peddaga undu questions gunda ayipindi. No. Look at this. Has been amended by ante em voice nana? Which voice is that? Passive voice. Who amended this? The law department, which is the subject. This is the verb combination, which is the passive structure. The contract labor act is nothing but object. ఈ 3 పాయింట్స్ మీరు కరెక్ట్గా ఆన్సర్ చేయగలిగితే ఆన్సర్ వచ్చేసినట్లే. అంత పెద్ద సెంటెన్స్ ఉన్నా డజంట్ మ్యాటర్ మనకు. మీనింగ్ రావాలి, రిమైనింగ్ గ్రామర్ యాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్గా యూజ్ చేయొచ్చు. Now the logic is, when there is a sentence like this used in the passive, if at all starter is starting with any active voice, active voice అంటే దేంతో స్టార్ట్ అవ్వాలి? The law department కదా. You can 100% take that answer. Look at this. The law department continuation has amended the contract labor act, now allowing factories employing fewer than so అయిపోయింది అక్కడ ఆన్సర్. అయిపోయిందా? ఏం చేశాను నేను ఇప్పుడు? వాట్ డిడ్ ఐ డూ? The simple logic that I did is I change the subject position to the beginning, which is actually the logic of active and passive voice, verb in the middle and object at the end. Has been amended ని active లోకి చేంజ్ చేస్తే has amended అనే యాక్టివ్ వాయిస్ వస్తుంది. has plus v3 is active voice, has been amended by has been plus v3 is passive voice. అంతే. ఫస్ట్ వచ్చిందా? యు గాట్ ద ఆన్సర్ కదా. ఫస్ట్ వన్ ఈస్ కరెక్ట్ అంటే సెకండ్ ఈజ్ అవుట్, థర్డ్ ఈజ్ అవుట్, ఫోర్త్ ఈజ్ అవుట్. నౌ యువర్ ఆన్సర్ ఈజ్ ఐదర్ ఫస్ట్ వన్ ఆర్ ద ఫిఫ్త్ వన్. ఫిఫ్త్ లో ఏమి ఇచ్చాడు? ఇక్కడ 2 ఇచ్చాడు. 2 ఏమి ఇచ్చాడు? ఒక చూడన్నా. ద అమెండ్మెంట్ హ్యాస్ బీన్ డన్. ఈ అమెండ్మెంట్ ఎందుకు జరిగిందంటే టు బ్రింగ్ డౌన్ ద రెగ్యులేటరీ కాంప్లికేషన్స్ అని అన్నాడు ఇక్కడ. ఐ గేవ్ యూ దిస్ రూల్ మల్టిపుల్ టైమ్స్ ఇన్ ద స్టార్టర్స్ నేను రూల్ ఇచ్చా. ఏమి ఇచ్చానంటే, ఇఫ్ ఎట్ ఆల్ యూ హ్యావ్ ద సెంటెన్స్ యూజింగ్ విత్ 2 plus v1, దిస్ సెట్ actually speaks about the cause. Sorry, that's not clause, that is cause. CAUSE, cause, not clause. ఒక కాజ్ అని తెలియజేస్తుంది. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ లెట్ us say we want to get government jobs, we are studying well. To get a government job, we are studying well. That is a sentence. This is a cause. Cause is nothing but a reason. A reason sentence combination మీకు కనిపించిందంటే 100% you can take. Now look at the case very carefully here. What is the cause here? What is the reason? Reason ఏంటో చెప్తారా? టు బ్రింగ్ డౌన్ రెగ్యులేటరీ కాంప్లికేషన్స్. రెగ్యులేటరీ కాంప్లికేషన్స్ తగ్గించడానికి ఏం జరిగిందంటే, ద లా డిపార్ట్మెంట్ హ్యాస్ అమెండెడ్ ద కాంట్రాక్ట్ లేబర్. దిస్ ఇస్ ద రీజన్ అండ్ దిస్ ఇస్ ద రిజల్ట్. ఇది కాజ్, అది ఎఫెక్ట్. కాజ్ ఇక్కడ ఉంది కాబట్టి ఎఫెక్ట్ అక్కడ ఉంది. ఫస్ట్ లోనేమో ఫస్ట్ ఎఫెక్ట్ మాట్లాడి తర్వాత కాజ్ మాట్లాడము, ఇక్కడ కాజ్ మాట్లాడి తర్వాత ఎఫెక్ట్ మాట్లాడొచ్చు. 100% కరెక్ట్. Your answer should be used with the fifth one. Answer should be used with fifth one. Then అయిపోయింది అక్కడ ఇంకా. నెక్స్ట్ ద లాస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్. వేదాంత. The last question. Vedanta reported its highest operating margin in at least 7 quarters. 7 quarters లో వేదాంతకి హైయెస్ట్ ఏంటది? ఆపరేటింగ్ మార్జిన్ వచ్చింది. What is there? ఏంటది? What is that? It refers to వేదాంత, రైట్? ఎప్పుడైతే, రిమెంబర్, తెలుగులో చెప్తా, హిందీలో చెప్తా, ఇంగ్లీష్ చెప్తా, అన్ని భాషలు చెప్తా. ఇంగ్లీష్ కామన్ కాబట్టి ఇంగ్లీష్ చెప్తాను, వినండి జాగ్రత్తగా. ఎందుకంటే ఇది స్కోరింగ్ పాయింట్ కాబట్టి చెప్తున్నా, వినండి. ఏంటి అని అంటే, వెన్ ద సబ్జెక్ట్స్ ఆఫ్ ద 2 sentences ఆర్ సేమ్. రెండు సెంటెన్సెస్లో ఉన్న సబ్జెక్ట్స్ సేమ్ ఉన్నప్పుడు, ఓకేనా? వేదాంత ఇట్ సేమే కదా. అమ్మో సార్ మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడ ఇట్ ఉంది కదా, వేదాంత లేదు కదా, మళ్ళీ మీరు సేమ్ అంటారు ఏంది? నౌన్ ప్రొనౌన్ రీప్లేస్ చేస్తే కదా సేమ్. వెన్ ద సబ్జెక్ట్స్ ఆఫ్ ద 2 sentences ఆర్ సేమ్, ఓకే, immediately look at the verbs. What are the verbs here? Reported. What is another verb? Continued. The sentence can be started with any one of these 2 verbs, changing them into ing. Changing them into ing. Look at this. We saw a tiger. We ran away, రెండు సెంటెన్స్ ఉన్నాయి ఇక్కడ. వి సా ఎ టైగర్, వి రాన్ అవే. స్టార్టర్ ఏం చేస్తాడు వాడు ఇప్పుడు మెల్లిగా సీయింగ్ ఎ టైగర్ అని అంటాడు. ఏమంటాడు? సీయింగ్ ఎ టైగర్ అంటాడు. సబ్జెక్ట్స్ రెండు ఏమున్నాయండి? సేమ్. సా అనే వర్బ్ దేంట్లో చేంజ్ చేశాడు? ఐఎన్జీ. సీయింగ్ ఎ టైగర్, వి రాన్ అవే. సెంటెన్స్ ఈజ్ సేమ్. లుక్ ఎట్ దిస్. చూడండి జాగ్రత్త ఇక్కడ. వేదాంత రిపోర్టెడ్ ఇట్స్ హైయెస్ట్ ఆపరేటింగ్ మార్జిన్. అయిపోయిందా? వర్బ్ ఏముంది ఇక్కడ? రిపోర్టెడ్. ఇట్ అంటే ఎవరు? వేదాంత. కంటిన్యూషన్ కంటిన్యూడ్. కంటిన్యూడ్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో ద వర్బ్ హియర్. సో sensibly, out of this one word, sensibly, meaningfully, one word can be changed into ing, can be used as a starter. Now look at this. Vedanta strength పక్కన పెట్టేసండి. ing రాలేగా అక్కడ. Continuing, look at this very carefully. Continuing its trend of improving the profit. వచ్చిందా? Vedanta reported its highest operating margin in the last 7 quarters. Answer is same. Meaning is same. There is no change. Just that's what I told you just before. Very good, Vinay. That's what I told you just before. Second one is absolutely correct. Now, sorry, ఇప్పుడు ఇంప్రూవింగ్ వచ్చింది కదా, నేను చేయొచ్చా? Now, look at the case very carefully. This is where we need to be careful. Improving the profit లో improving is the word which is not agreeing with the subject. ఇంప్రూవింగ్ అనేది అక్కడ సబ్జెక్ట్ కి అగ్రీ అవుతుందా? సబ్జెక్ట్ ఏంటి ఇక్కడ? ఇట్ కదా. సబ్జెక్ట్ కి అగ్రీ అవ్వట్లేదు. సబ్జెక్ట్ కి అగ్రీ అయ్యే వర్బ్ ఏంటి నాన్న ఇక్కడ? సబ్జెక్ట్ కి అగ్రీ అయ్యే వర్బ్ ఏంటి? సబ్జెక్ట్ కి అగ్రీ అయ్యే వర్బ్ ఇక్కడ కంటిన్యూడ్. అదే మీకు చెప్పా. ఈ రెండు వర్బ్స్ లో ఏదైనా ఒక వర్బ్, టేక్ ఎనీ వన్ వర్బ్, చేంజ్ ఇట్ ఇంటూ ఐఎన్జీ అండ్ మీనింగ్ఫుల్లీ సెంటెన్స్ ని ఫ్రేమ్ చేయొచ్చు. పాసిబిలిటీ ఉంది. బట్ ఎడిషనల్ గా ఉండే వర్బ్స్ ఉంటాయి చూసారా? జస్ట్ లైక్ ఇక్కడ ఏమన్నాడు ఆపరేటింగ్, ఇక్కడ ఏమన్నాడు ఇంప్రూవింగ్, ఇలాంటి వర్డ్స్ ఉన్నాయి కదా, వాటిని తీసుకోవచ్చా లేదనే సెంటెన్స్ మీనింగ్ బట్టి ఉంటుంది. బట్ దీస్ టూ, ఎనీ వన్ ఆఫ్ దీస్ టూ కెన్ బి టేకెన్ ఇన్ టు ద స్టార్టర్ ఆఫ్ ద సెంటెన్స్. ఇంప్రూవింగ్ నాట్ పాసిబుల్. కంటిన్యూస్. ఓకే. వేదాంత ట్రెండ్ ఆఫ్ ఇంప్రూవింగ్ అన్నాడు. No, there is a case here. I think we can go with the first one also. Look at this. Vedanta's trend of improving the profit continued as it reported its highest operating margin in at least 7 quarters. There is a possibility. Sentence వచ్చిందండి అక్కడ. జాగ్రత్తగా గమనించండి. I got the sentence already. No, not the second option. Wait. Why are you very hurry? You are in hurry to answer. Go for the answer. Look at this. Vedanta's trend of improving the profit continued. Continue అయింది. ప్రాఫిట్ ఇంప్రూవ్ అవడం కంటిన్యూ అయింది. యాజ్ ఎలా కంటిన్యూ అయిందంటే యాజ్ ఇట్ రిపోర్టెడ్ ఇట్స్ హైయెస్ట్ ఆపరేటింగ్ మార్జిన్ ఇన్ అట్లీస్ట్ 7 quarters. There is a possibility. సెంటెన్స్ మీనింగ్ వచ్చింది అక్కడ ఆల్రెడీ. You don't be hurry. Don't finalize the answer very quickly, guys. Wait. So it's not the only second one. The answer can be used with 2 with 1. That goes with the fourth option. Right? Done. Fine. That is it for this today. Thank you guys for watching. All the best for your preparation. Keep continuing to watch our daily mains explanations, which are online in YouTube from 7 to 8, with which you will improve a lot. Damn sure you improve a lot. But you need to follow regularly. Take the notes carefully. You will get a lot of results. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.